notice provision and the time by which demolition must commence? Do you have any understanding at all?
That's 20 days from service of notice.
From service of notice? But that is not, that understanding, am I correct, is not what you testified to a few moments ago when you said date of notice.
Sir, let me ask you a question on this line, okay? Does your client have any date by which they would like to
There's no client.
demolish their building?
They had a date by which they would like to see a permit issued.
Excuse me.
I'm answering.
My question to you is, since you're quibbling with the date that we have for demolishing a building, is there any date that your clients have in mind to
No.
demolish the building?
The date by which the deadline must conclude would be, in their view, October 1st.
Excuse me, so you're saying that they would like to demolish their building on October 1st?
I didn't say that, sir. I did not.
Yeah, well, what are you
I
saying?
said the deadline date would be October 1st. That's not the same as saying the date by which they would want to demolish the building,
How are you arriving at that October 1st?
which would be ample time for them to take the matter to the appropriate forum.
Excuse me, what is October 1st? Where are you, how
It's
are
the
you
date
arriving
that
at
follows September 30th.
No, but really, how do you get to that
How do
date
you
as
get to
opposed to
that
the
date?
day before or the day after?
I said it would be ample time to
I see.
take the matter to the appropriate
Oh, I see.
forum.
You want to
Take
get a
a-
stay?
It's not my client. I would
I
be
see.
the one taking the matter to
So
the
that's your
appropriate
argument on
forum.
that, okay. All right.
And whatever you've got now in the way of flow of letters is confusing.
But I don't understand, if you're talking about an Article 78 proceeding, that would be from the date of the decision of this
I
board.
didn't say Article 7.
So what are you
I
talking
didn't
about?
say that. Here's the way the lawyers tell me. There's an appellate term that has to be dealt with
Yes.
for the appeal. That's not an Article 78. That's simply an appeal from the criminal conviction.
That's seeking a stay
That would,
of
of enforcement.
any decision that we make.
No, it would seek a stay of enforcement. That would be at least my view and what I'm told.
You're
the-
incorrect.
Okay,
that's-
then not the first time I'd be incorrect, but you're
Go
asking
to
me,
the
and I'm
appellate
responding.
term. We make a decision, and then you can go to the appellate term or anybody he hires to try to stay our decision.
But I don't
Okay?
think the
We'll
appellate
give
term
him time
has a
to do
right
that.
to do that to you. That's my opinion. I think only Supreme Court can do it. The
No,
appellate term
no.
can deal with the criminal
No,
conviction.
excuse me. I don't see where you get that from.
Yeah, that's not really legally correct with all due
Would not be
respect.
the first
What's
time
going
I've
on
heard
here
this.
is
That's
the
all.
village court prosecutions were independent proceedings of this. This hearing may or may not culminate in an order of the board directing that the building be demolished, rehabilitated. At the time that that decision is filed in the village clerk's office, you have the opportunity to seek a review, to seek stay.
Very-
That is completely independent from what was going on in
But I
village
think
court.
the mayor said seriously that one of the predicates, and your first witness read into the record, the convictions. And that seems to me a predicate for what's happening. I think you said nothing
No,
sarcastic.
that's just
when I
part
said
of, those are just part of the record.
Yeah, and that's appropriate, please, I
That's
don't
part of
mean,
the record.
and that's fair. But in order to
By
upset
the
that
way,
predicate,
just for your edification, the village was not served with a notice of appeal within 30
I know,
days.
I've heard about that.
So-
It was
So
skilled.
that appeal, I don't think,
I-
is gonna go very far, but be that as it may,
I'm
we're
not
entitled to
disagreeing
do
with you,
it.
but you asked me the reasoning, and you're entitled to
Okay.
an honest
Okay,
response, and that was the reasoning.
So you looked at the documents and do you
Yeah.
have any further
I have
comment?
nothing except that I wanted to now understand from the inspector, or have him tell me that with everything that he has said, and I want to make sure that the time frames allowed is all of the things you've testified to, ones that constitute a threat to the safety and health of the inhabitants or those outside of the building, which is, I think, the words of the statute. And I just want to hear that where he's going to say that.
Yes, the building is unsafe to the occupants of the building, people entering the building, the surrounding property, as stated in section 107, 1.1.
Okay, now, I'm sorry, can I just give this back to you, please? And I won't belabor it, just want to look at one thing.